Can we get 5 minutes of your time, please? 5 minutes. Dr. Fox, I see you. Hi. I didn't take anybody else. Don't worry, don't worry.
All right, good afternoon, fellow Whites. My name is Debola, as all of you know. I'm here to represent, I'm here to actually talk about TopUpGenie. Myself and Landry, as you guys, a lot of you might know, we have a company called Technology Limited, and the first product that we have is called TopUpGenie. TopUpGenie is a product that, well, the aim is to make topping up your phones, whether one or 100 of them, as easy, convenient, as fun as possible. And I think some of you might be aware of the product already. I'm just going to really talk you through the improvements we've made since, I think, August last year, when we did the first showcase and had the first iteration, or the first public iteration of the product. I'll quickly run through it. Next page, please, and next one again, and the next one again, and again. So I'm just quickly going to talk about a few features, basically how to run through the site from registration to having your first successful top-up. This is the login page. First, as soon as you log in, this is the page you see. As you can see, my name is Debola. This is the number I registered with. I've kind of shrunk the screen so you can see. And if I want to add more numbers to top up, I click on this button here. Sorry, previous page. I click on this button here, and it says I have two options: either add contact manually or add from existing numbers. Can I have the other one here?
Is it right, Zero?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, sure.
I'll go into so next page, please. Okay, these are some of the existing contacts that I already have. So in addition to my name, I can quickly select any of the existing names that I have previously saved so that I can top them up. This option is to add new numbers. So there's someone that I just met Dave and I wanted to just top up this one for him. I put, this is fella here. I put in Dave's name, I put his number. The network, the platform automatically recognizes the network, right hits and sellout number. I click on the add button. Next week. We also have groups. Groups is a feature whereby, say, if you had a small or large company, if you had a church group or your family or friends that you frequently talk about, you can put them into different categories. So right now I have managers, I have any lunch for my cousin, I have several some of the members that we worked with in the past, etc. So you can have as many groups as possible. And each group can have a limited number of people. With groups, you can top up, like I said, 1 or 100 to any number of phones that you want to with a few clicks. So this is an example of a group. This is Eniola. As you can see, I have about 7 numbers saved in this group. If I want to top up each member or any member, all I have to do is select an amount from the amount column. I have a variety of amounts that I can select from. I click the check box right for the name. The total amount of top-ups that I'm going to make or that I want to make shows up on here. I proceed to check out. Okay. These are some of the features that the platform offers. Express top-up, quick top-up. It's all about top-up. So we're kind of trying to bring you as many different ways where you can top up easily and conveniently. We have a schedule function whereby you can set up maybe, say, the first of every month or the first of every week, you want your phone to be topped up automatically, you just set the time, and providing you have some balance or some amount of value in your wallet, it will top up automatically. I'm going to demonstrate a quick top up for you guys.
Let me give you my number now. Somebody else has very order.
Who's this one now?
So I'm going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate. Actually, I'm going to use someone from the audience. Who wants to get topped up? New customer, new customer, new customer, new customer.
No, we have to know. Loyal customers. Loyal customers. Look at me. One new customer, one loyal.
How much is the top up?
Just a negotiation amount. Politics, no?
He's a loyal customer. So we're going to one new customer and one loyal customer. I'm going to add his number right now. I'm going to add his number out there. So by your P. By what's your number? What's your number? 11,475.
Thanks, Thanks,
So the platform automatically recognizes that it's a very cell phone.
You cancel.
I click the cancel button, sir. Well, you can cancel as well. So my also name was 11,475. Wait. And see bio appears on there as the next option. 500. 200 naira. It's a demo. It's obvious. So you select the payment method. Yeah. So we have MasterCard, Verb, and TopUpGenie. In the next 1 to 2 weeks, we're going to implement Visa.
Less than that.
And also TopUpGenie. What TopUpGenie is? TopUpGenie is a wallet you can have with us on our account, so that you don't always have to log on to the site and enter your card details anytime you want to purchase. Every time you can prepay in different ways, either through our bank accounts, bank direct, either go to the physical bank or make an online transfer, or as I'll show you in a bit, you can go to your account and actually forward your wallet. And I'll show you the benefits of that in a short while. But for now, select MasterCard. I did top up. I need to confirm payments, another short amount, 200 naira, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is actually, in terms of security, those are what security measures. This is an InterSwitch stroke GTK payment portal. We also have, look at the top left of the page, it's called Extended Validation SSL. So basically gives you, makes sure that all the transactions on the site are encrypted. And so even if that's intercepted, which is very likely, it will take at least 2 years. If the brute force the code.
We're all thinking about it. It's going to take a long time. 2 years, I don't know about that. It's going to take a long time. But,
okay, that's just one. Yes, there's no money inside.
The mouse got
oh, that's TopUpGenie. It's good.
There's no house. There's no house.
It's still gonna show up.
It's still show up.
Because it's cancer.
You're blocking me.
On stage.
I'll try one way.
You're blocking me. You're blocking me.
That's very real. Let me move around so you can see. You ready? Oh my gosh. Can't put the hell on. Side is good. There's one at
I mean, this is the certain community that we have this payment process, and it just illustrates the more time you need to top up your wallet and have easier access to
Are you good? Hold on.
So you guys now have the technical at least. Okay, so you guys are tell me that I was successful with top up process. Why did you get your airtime?
Yes, I'm a believer.
Have you been?
No, I can't. 6 seconds.
I know it's not rocket science, a lot of us not doing, but
I won't believe until I see.
until we see. Okay.
You see Jesus.
So,
What's the Jesus? Yeah, you are just
what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demonstrate the quick top up that we have. And so we're going to use a new customer for this.
Okay.
The homepage.
They will have, we use.
I'm going to be buying
Now, look at the new one.
Okay, so
Gender equality.
we're very you just shut up your numbers for not talk it up.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Oh,
You gotta go.
I'm trying to show the screen so that you guys can. So that's better. Okay, so if I don't want to log onto the site, I just want to the homepage. I click on the top button over here. All I have to do is enter my credentials, so that's the password. And I don't even have to enter the name, I just put the mobile number. The number please. 080 20 68 57 35. Okay. Thank you. Lady, madam, what's your name? Deji. Are you happy now? I've opened the eyes for you. So I'm just letting the account here. 200 as well. And I click top up. Come on. So he's going to say the top order has been processed. Did you get the airtime?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So yeah, that's basically TopUpGenie for you in a nutshell. We just want to make topping up your phones easy and as convenient as possible. We have a few new features that we're working on, such as text top up. What that does is it lets you send a simple text message. Larry will bring it up in a bit. It lets you simply send a text message, top up the amount and the unique account code that you would have. We send it to our platform, and that's your home desktop instant. There are a few security issues that we had to compromise. One of compromise, we had to walk around, and we think we have a good idea. We're going to air it out. We're going to tell it to you guys, and you can test with us in the future and give us advice. Just navigate to your groups. Oh, click on the this button over here. It expands the screen. Yeah. Yeah, and then click on group top over. No, that's the responsive thing. Okay, so this is the groups. Click on any group. No, and then on any group. Toggle. Sorry, go back and click on manage. Click on manage. Back to group list, back to group list.
Obviously, we're working here.
Now click on manage instead of loading the instance fast. So, okay, the action buttons aren't actually loaded. That's the problem. But if you click on any action button, those X's. Let's drop it down to eventually up there. No, sorry, cancel. Let me expand the screen. My mistake. So this is the one with this, sorry. Now click on the settings button, the settings button, and then click on text toggle. So the first time you want to toggle by a text, well, you've already activated it. Okay. The first time you want to toggle by a text, it tells you have to create a unique account ID. For Landry, it is this figure over here. But the first time you visit this page, you have to click the button and say generate your account ID here, and click the button and it does that. So now, for what contact did you click on? So he clicked on one contact, apparently he's himself. Well, that number, whatever the number is, you can then set a limit, say 5,000. Keep 5,000. Down, and then before I click the save button, So what Larry is actually doing here is, for each number that he saves on his account, you can set a limit. So if I had 20 drivers, and each month, each driver is entitled to 1,000 naira instead of airtime, I can set a limit of 1,000 naira here, so that each time the driver is by himself, Lagos Ibadan Express Road, and needs to top up, all he needs to do is send a simple text, top up the amount that he wants within the 1,000 naira limit, and land his account ID. So that way, the driver is never stranded. They don't have to call you to say, oh, I'm out of airtime. They can actually do it themselves. And yes, so the limit that you set here means that the system can't be abused. Once the driver reaches the limit of 1,000 naira, the system won't work anymore. Also, a random person like me, if I haven't been authorized on this system, I can't just send this code to the platform. It's not going to respond. It has to have been reset here. And yeah, that's it really. Not really going to add anything.
We're also working on something called flashing credit. So basically, follows the same concept. Basically, that same number, you provision the number, and you provision the credit limit. So as you flash that number, every time you flash that number, you get a certain amount of credit. So you can save 500 naira every time you flash this number. So some people actually don't say something. Sometimes you don't have enough credit to send a text message, but you have enough for the flashing credit. So it's basically, the idea behind all of this is different channels, making it as easy and simple as possible for you to get access to your credits. Right? The new place I think on is scheduling top as we learned about. It's also you can schedule daily, you can schedule recurring, non-recurring, monthly, whatever.
Yeah. How many minutes do we have, sir? 5 minutes. So as soon as we perfected, well, almost, as soon as we nearly perfect the top-up system, we're going to move into payments. Maybe payment processing, process of aggregation, per se. So what we're going to do is we're going to package MasterCard, Verb, Visa, and as many other payment processors out there, including mobile money processors, into one package. Things might be like a cash and boy or a wall or things like that.
Or Stripe.
That's correct.
Very few business solutions or
Yes.
square stuff.
What we're going to do is we're going to allow developers, such as yourself, so anybody really that has an electronic checkout, to use our platform to process payments. There are a few key things here. Our mode of
Our proposed model is simple. For payments below 1,000 naira, we charge you a flat 5 naira fee plus the switching cost. Payments above 1,000 naira, we charge a flat 15 naira fee plus the switching cost. So the idea is to make it as democratic as possible and as easy to integrate as possible while still maintaining security or reasonable security. So that's the
also we don't have any integration fees.
Yeah, no integration fees, not just simple. Plug and play, come to create a lead, and move on.
Now there's something key that we want to test, especially want to test with the members of the hub. This talk balance over here. Very soon we're going to be giving limits. Well, it's two parts. The first part is you'll be able to use this talk balance over here to pay for stuff on any site that accepts the payment platform when it presents to them or when it's ready. The second thing is we're going to introduce credit limits such that we can start with, say, Dave again. He does a small KYC thing with us, give him, say, 5,000. So this is 5,000 naira. You don't have to spend it at the end of the month, pay up. So we're going to test those credits with little companies, little startups, and then see how they respond. Do they pay back on time? Do they not pay back on time? It's a risk, yes, but I think it's a risk that we're willing to take, and we need to take the risk. Well, somebody needs to take that risk, and we're willing to take it. So yeah, that's what the payment platform will be about. Hopefully in the next 2 to 4 weeks, which will be rolling out, and we'll go to test with the Ubites, as I said before. Quickly, I'll say big thank you to you guys. One, for listening, and two, we've been here for just about a year now, and I think the whole essence of being in the co-creation hub is that we can co-create, keyword co-create, or key for you. So for instance, our previous platform, we had some security issues with it, and thankfully, Mr. Dr. Fox over there was able to help us find out the security issues. We got feedback from people like Motu, what's called Chuka, hopefully he's not here today. I mean, there is a lot of potential, a lot of resources that can be gotten from the hub. And I want to encourage us to continue co-creating. If you have a problem, I don't think you have to look very far to find a solution, especially if it's technical. So thank you to the one who did that.
Thank you very much.
Questions?
What is?
Questions?
Oh, sorry. Feel free to keep the questions brief.
My first question is that anytime I want to recharge, I have to put for my ATM card for the ATM card number, and at times it's just not stressful writing all those numbers. And number two is that there are times that like from the south they always recharge to the hospital to the so the whole issues are very difficult for me to
Okay, thank you for those questions. I think as a lot of us here being technical and running online businesses in one form or the other have experienced, payment processing is a pain in Nigeria. But I think it's one of the things that we're trying to solve personally. In fact, that is how our idea started 3 years back. We're trying to...
It's more than 3 years.
Well, yeah, it's not 3 years. But we kind of have to work with what we have. So that's why we have the GT Pay payment processing for now. We also have this top pay thing that is supposed to, it's not the best solution, but it's kind of a step in the right direction, I think. So like I said, you can either go to our bank and deposit money physically so that you then get a balance on here, or you can click on the accounts button on the site. Or the narrow button, the cute narrow button. You can then decide to fund your wallet, say 5,000, 10,000 beforehand, so that you know that for the next 1 week or for the next 1 month, you don't have to use your card to buy airtime. That's where things like the quick top-up that I demonstrated come to claim or even your mobile phones.
Can you reduce the internet recharge? I received 2 alerts per email.
Okay.
Can you reduce to
Just one. Okay. And that's the feedback feedback from you. So thank you for that. The denomination. Okay. So in terms of the denominations, again, we have to start small. Nigeria is a bureaucratic country, and there are a lot of processes you have to go through. So, again, something small, you don't have the funds, you approach the telcos and say you want to connect to them and they say bring 5 million, 10 million. If you don't have that, what you do, bootstrap. And some of you might have seen us doing in the past. We'll literally buy these cars at a discount though and scratch them and load onto the platform. That's part of our story. Thanks for being here. So it's
Sorry, just in addition to what people are saying, you don't care whether we're bootstrapping or not. All you care is, are you getting credit? When you need credit, that's a one you understood. What we're also working on is we're also working on a couple of other partnerships so that we can have access to directly, right? We're working on a couple of partnerships so that we can have access to directly topping up, so that there won't be any, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, there won't be any more cases of, okay, there's no 200 naira, there's no 300 rupees. Hopefully that will be in the past, but you know, with technology, it's going to be an element of onboarding or better testing to new connection. Hopefully that's going to be in the past. The other part, as I said, is we're also working with a couple of international companies trying to solve this problem of you having to put in your card item. Because I'm also working on getting something called PCI DSS, Premium Card Industry Data Safety Standards certification. So what basically it's the kind of certification that you do so that you can store cards and store information. Also working on getting that so that we can actually have some sort of credibility and certification so that we don't talk to the switches locally and internationally. We can tell them that yes, we can store these cards and we can provide it as a window so that, and also building up a reputation with you so that you can actually feel more comfortable giving us your card details.
Okay, 2 questions. First of all, during the presentation, you will have mentioned something about moving up to payments, mobile payments. Last time I checked, you need a license for that. Right? Okay, that's number 1. And then the second one is, when do we get the mobile app? Yeah, that's the time.
Okay, sorry, just to clarify, we're not doing mobile payments. Basically, what we're trying to do is payment application. You guys know the likes of AOO or Cash and Pay, right? They don't do mobile payments. They just give you a framework, a place where you can come and anybody easily can just come and use their cards or use whatever payment methods they have, whether it's GTB mobile money, Paga or whatever. You come, one single place, allow payments. That's what we're trying to do. Mobile app, as you guys all know, startups have many different things on the priority list, and you have to kind of have different things at the top of the priority list. We have limited funds and limited personnel. So it's the next thing we're working on. Also, talk about this texting, top up, and flashback credit, and payment processing for mobile app.
However, if any of you guys in the hub want to help out, I think you can help us anyway with building mobile app for us and with user interface design. Feel free to please approach us, and I'd like to educate you. Free.
Not necessarily for free, but let's talk.
Any other questions? Okay, going, done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Okay.